the house always wins. What is up, the Bomb Squad? This is Don the Bomb, and I am returning once again. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for another action-packed wrestling figure review. So today, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Jazwares AEW Unrivaled Series 16, Julia Hart. And there she is in her plastic prison, as my friend from YouTube, Kyle Peterson, says. She is a member of the House of Black. Now, the House of Black is in kind of disarray these days. You don't really see them too much together anymore, especially since Malachi Black seems to be on his way back to the WWE. So she's still around. She just came back a few months ago from an injury that put her out of commission for a while after she lost her belt that she had. But hey, she's come a long way since those cheerleader days where she was like the sidekick of Flying Brian Pillman Jr. and that Griff Garrison, whatever the heck they were called. Not the Varsity Blonde. Were they the Varsity Blondes? Something like that. And she was their cheerleader sidekick. And, last 3 years or so, she's really come on. Tony Khan seems to like her. She seems to always be on TV. I don't know how well she passes for a heel, especially one with this dark, demonic persona, but it is what it is. So that's one extreme to the next, from cheerleader to House of Black. So it is what it is. But this is a pretty awesome figure. It came out quite a few months ago. I was playing the long game on it. Unfortunately, it ran out of stock at Ringside Collectibles, so all the prices on eBay were pretty high, so I didn't pull the trigger until I saw Ringside Collectibles brought her back recently for about $30. Snatched it up because I didn't want to fight those eBay prices again. So I am welcome. She's a welcome addition to my vast collection behind me. So once again, there she is. There's the side. I love the packaging of AEW figures. There are the other individuals with the cross-sell that are in this series. And there we are. Barcode and other jibber-jabber. And it says it's from Rampage, April 7th, 2023, which is almost 2 years ago. All right. So let's get right into this. I'm not sure if she'll win any more singles championships in her career, but let's hope so. She's still pretty young. Yep, looks like I'm already losing some accessories. Definitely love the look of this figure. All right, first we'll start off with the double fist there. So if she gets any opposition that wants to throw down, she'll be ready for that with the double fists. She has the cool little plastic mask. That would be a nice item to display her with. Very sinister, very spooky. And now for Julia herself, looks like she is strapped in. If this plastic prison was easy to escape, it wouldn't be called a prison, now would it? Oh, goodness. All right. Oh, all right. That was easier than I thought. She slipped right through the other ties on here. All right. She's got a heavy dose of plastic on her. A heavy dose of plastic. Oh, my goodness. Well, we know why the plastic is. For anyone that has AEW Jazwares figures, when the figures are paired together with black soft goods, it usually equals in staining. Hate to see it. Definitely not a good thing, but I'm glad they take the extra precaution to prevent that from happening, even though sometimes it doesn't help. But at least they, take the opportunity to try to make it so it doesn't. Maybe let's make the soft goods not stain. But I do prefer soft goods over plastic rubbery goods, I guess you could say, except for maybe vests or something like that. So here she is, Julia Hart. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. She looks like she's about to just come after somebody and rip their head off. Hope it's not me. There's the attire there. Very nice. Black with the red trim. Have the little heart over there on her chest with the little effect there. The mesh, I guess you could say, which is the same she has down here on her, I guess you could call pantyhose area. With the legs, black kick pads or whatever you want to call them, boots. And this is an awesome soft goods, what do you call it? Dress? I guess you could call it a dress. It's very, very whimsical. Black, just like the House of Black would want. Even has her different colored nail polish there. Red and black. Nice little detail there. Alright. Guess we can take off the... is there really anything that I take off? I guess I should, right? Oh, more plastic, of course. Yep. More plastic. More plastic. More plastic. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hand. Had to pull the hand off to get the plastic off. What are we doing? What are we doing? Alright, more plastic on this arm. AEW Jazwares does a very good job of capturing the physiques of the women wrestlers, because it seems like they make them all individualized. This is definitely a pretty good representation of Julia Hart. A little cheeky as Jazwares AEW figures, women figures usually go. Very nice, very nice. Blonde hair. Articulation, we have the double jointed pinned elbows. Hopefully they don't break like my Switchblade Jay White figure's arm broke about a month or so ago. Now the head I'm not going to really mess with. You really can't turn it too much because of the hair. Not much articulation there, but my buddy Kyle Peterson, when he was pulling off Julia Hart's head, it broke off, and yeah, that's heartbreak, hard times, and disappointment to say the least. But you have there the ab crunch, not too bad. Waist goes all the way around. Double jointed pinned knees. You have the thigh cut. You also have the bicep cut as well. Removable hands. You have boot cut. And sometimes wonky ankles, but for Julia Hart, the ankles seem to be okay. Alright, so not too shabby, not too shabby. Happy to add her to my collection. Put her on the Ringside Collectibles AEW Unrivaled stand. She fits. That's a good thing. Let's bring in some figure comparisons, if we shall. Oh my gosh, I forgot her hat. This is one of the most important pieces of her getup. She is synonymous with this very nice black hat. It wouldn't be Julia Hart in the House of Black without that hat. Alright, let's bring other figures in. AEW Unrivaled Paige figure, or I should say Saraya. Now this one has a wonky ankle. I've owned two Saraya AEW figures, and both of them have had wonky ankles. Hate to see it. I think Saraya's build is 5'8", Julia is 5'7", and it looks like they're about the same height. For whatever reason, the Saraya head looks awfully small, albeit looks a lot like Michael Jackson, too, later on Michael Jackson from the 2000s era. But yeah, for whatever reason, Saraya looks a lot like Michael Jackson, unfortunately. And her head is just a bit too small, in my opinion. Or is it Julia Hart's head too big? I think Saraya's head is too small. But, yep, there we go, there we go. Alright. Let's bring in some other members of the House of Black. Saraya, woman down, woman down. Saraya has fallen off the edge. We have Buddy Matthews. We have Brody King, and the recently WWE bound, I believe WWE bound, I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, His wife, Zelina Vega, is already over there, but we have Malachi slash Aleister Black. So there she is, smaller than the rest as she should be. That is the House of Black. And then for a WWE Mattel comparison, here is the also twisted one, Alexa Bliss. And Alexa's, I think, around the same height as Julia in real life, but for whatever reason, the last few years, WWE Mattel women's figures, at least the majority of them, have been so undersized. They almost look like children when you pair them up with anything else other than each other. But when you put them next to like a male wrestler, they look like children. And like even the older WWE Mattel women's figures tower over this. I mean, they're cool looking, but yeah, I would like for the scale to go back up on these. They're like little children here. Alexa Bliss looks like a little girl. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah. It is what it is. But this is a pretty awesome Julia Hart House of Black figure. A welcome addition to my vast collection. And if I had to rate this figure, I would definitely get this probably a 9.5 out of 10. Really no weaknesses here. Everything, it didn't break on me. That's a positive. Soft goods. It'll probably stain over time because I took off the plastic, but hey, it is what it is. So, for all you members of the Bomb Squad, and if you're not already a member of the Bomb Squad, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Subscribe! If you know what's good for you, or the House of Black is going to come after your ass. And I also wanted to give a quick shout out to these subreddits over on Reddit, the Action Figure Geek and AEW Unrivaled. They both are so nice to let me post my YouTube videos to their subreddit. It's greatly appreciated. I try to be active on theirs as well, so it's not just me giving and no taking, or taking and no giving. Whatever, you know what it is. But just remember this from the House of Black and your boy Don the Bomb, and that is, all that glitter isn't gold. Until the next one, Don the Bomb and the House of Black. The house always wins.